maybe we can ask Chairman Mitra and later si Cara na GAB Safety Officer din para sa kanilang mga opening remarks. Chairman Mitra, welcome back again to TAPS.
Good morning, everyone. It's nice to be back and happy second anniversary. We greet you on your second year anniversary, and we hope that this is going to be a long, matagal na samahan, patuloy na magandang samahan. Anyway, so magandang umaga po sa inyo. Salamat for having us. It's nice to be back after a while, and we are joined with Ma'am Cara Malyonga, who we fondly call in GAB as the bubble queen. She was inside the bubble of Troops to Go and eventually moved to the Philippine Football League. So, bubble queen. Ma'am Cara, ikaw naman. Kasi ako, marami ako sasabihin mamaya. Introductory lang. Good morning. Nice to be back. Thanks for having me. Hopefully, next year, sa third anniversary nyo, kahit wala na ako sa GAB, maimbitahan nyo pa rin ako. Salamat.
Thank you again, Chairman. Cara, ang ating bubble queen, sabi nga ni Chairman, maybe we can hear a few words from you bago tayo mag-start ng mga questions.
Ay, maraming salamat po, Sir Ed. So, again, happy second anniversary po sa TAPS. Napakalaking tulong niyo po para sa mga atleta natin at mga league organizers. Kayo din yung parang lifeblood para malaman ng mga fans talaga kung ano yung mga nangyayari currently sa ating professional sports industry. So, thank you po sa pag-invite nyo sa amin. And of course, right now, it's the perfect time to be, I know it's the pandemic, but it just so happened that it's the perfect time to be a professional athlete. We have so much going on. We have a lot of sports going pro, and it's very exciting times, not only for us, but I'm guessing for the entire sports industry. So maraming salamat po sa pag-invite.
Thank you, Cara. Nabanggit natin kanina na si Chairman Bahang, isa sa mga naging unang-unang panauhin natin dito sa ating TAPS Usapang Sports. Of course, yung isa pang kasama natin noong November 27 edition natin ng 2018 na unang TAPS Usapang Sports ka is si PSC Chairman Bush Ramirez din, no? Na of course alam naman natin ang PSC, ang GAB at ang Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation ang talagang masugid na taga-suporta natin dito sa Usapang Sports. Ernest, ako na rin ang una magtatanong kay Chairman Baham. Chairman, again, thank you for joining us dito sa TAPS, no? Since yung appointment mo ng 2016 ni President Duterte as GAB Chairman, ang TAPS is very lucky na naging witness kami sa mga activities, mga programa na ginagawa ng GAB under your leadership. And we all know na GAB was awarded as the Commission of the Year ng World Boxing Commission, no? And also, GAB din ay nagtaguyod ng first Professional Sports Summit at ng WBC Women's Convention ng mga nakalipas na taon. And recently, ngayong panahon ng pandemic, we all know na very active ang GAB sa mga pagpopromote sa professional sports. And also, we noted na yung mga efforts ng GAB to reach out sa iba't ibang mga stakeholders sa sports. Chairman, tell us, ano po ba ang malaking motivation ng GAB para sa mga ginagawa niyong efforts ngayon na mas mapalawak pa ang mga professional sports natin? Gaya ng recently, nagkaroon tayo ng recognition sa Professional Chess Association, sa Premier Volleyball League, and iba pang mga professional sports. Ano po ang mga nagtutulak sa inyo sa GAB para patuloy na gawin ang mga programa nito sa panahon ng pandemic?
Maraming salamat, Sir Ed, and maraming salamat sa lahat ng mga kasama natin dito for helping us since the start to let everybody know what are our programs and what we are doing, and pati yung mga up and coming. Ano po kasi, nung na-appoint tayo dito ni President Duterte, marami nagsabi, pare, sa dami ng mga malalaking ahensya, bakit naman yan ang hiningi mo? Sabi ko, hindi naman ako humingi. Ako ay nag-congratulate at ako ay nagpasalamat, and we wish the President well. And alam niyo, kahit na maliit ang isang bagay, isang organisasyon, isang opisina, kung maraming mga katulad ninyo na tumutulong, nagpa-participate at tumataguyod, eh sa tingin ko po, mari nating mapaganda, mapasigla, mapaganda. So asking us about our motivation, ang motivation natin is in whatever assignment that is given to us, we do our best. Kasi sabi nga ng tatay ko, if it is worth doing, it's worth doing well. So I hope that we have already reached out, no, and not just in terms of international recognition and national recognition, pati po ang COA. Commission on Audit has also awarded us last year for sound good housekeeping, no? And sa ngayon, wala tayong choice kung hindi we need to really adapt with the times. Wala namang may gusto ng pandemic. Dumating. Anong gagawin natin? We cannot just sit down and wait for our salaries and all, no? So, salamat kay Commissioner Ed Trinidad, Commissioner Marma Sanggit, and siyempre yan, grupo nila Dr. Viernes, sila Atty. Benitez, lahat ng mga kasama sa GAB, siyempre yan sila Kara, no? Ang sitwasyon po ngayon is extraordinary. And sabi nga di ba, ang title po ng ating up and coming convention is Leadership in Crisis. Ngayon, merong crisis, merong pandemic. Ano ang mga ginawa ng GAB? So, isa-isahin natin, unang-una, masaya tayo na nag-reach out po ang siyempre sila Coach Eric, no, at nag-professionalize na po yung Chooks to Go 3-on-3. And then sila Ma'am Rose dun sa National Basketball League, nag-professionalize na rin. Ang sabi nga nila, tunay na may mga sweldo na players and all. No? So we like to. And June 10, we presented to the IATF. June 10, maaga pa po, the proposed resumption of practices for basketball. Kasama na po dyan ang PBA, Chooks, and yung NBL sumunod. And then football, Philippine Football League, sila Atty. Castales, Sir Nonong, and siyempre si Commissioner Coco. And masaya po kami, no, na nasundan pa. So now, meron na po tayong chess. Alam ko dito sa grupo na to, maraming magaling mag-chess. Meron ba kasali sa inyo? I'm sure meron yan. Brain power yan mga mauutak mga tao dito. And we're happy na meron na namang bagong sport na nag-professionalize. And kung nakikita niyo po yung background ko, Premier Volleyball League has decided to turn pro. And yung mga nakakatunggali natin, hindi natin dapat inaaway. Dapat kinakausap pa rin natin. And the group of received a cease and desist order from the GAB 3 years ago. And they filed a petition. Parang kami, temporary restraining order. So, hindi na desist from operating. And eventually, nagkausap sabi nga nung mga team owners nila, what we're doing and if we're going to turn pro. We run our teams professionally. So, So we're very happy that the Premier Volleyball League has turned professional. And meron pa po mga kasunod yan. May mga kasunod pa. Hindi ko pa masyadong masabi kung ano. Pero siguro alam nyo na rin yung isa, yung Beach Volleyball Republic. No? Sila Ma'am Charo, sila Ma'am Bea. It's a realization. And then also, Sir Ed, we all know that we are part of the joint admin order with the DOH and the PSC. And we know the situation, no, na maraming mga bata na nahirapan na. Oo, okay, virtual training, sige, virtual training. Zoom training, sige, Zoom training. Pero hindi na pwede yung hindi kayo nagkikita-kita eh. So, parang pinag-uusapan na nga yung mga resumption ng mga practices ng mga mas nakakabata and pero wala pang final. So, ano ang naisip, no, na actually si Coach Eric yan eh, tumulong eh. Sila Attorney Benitez, yung special guest license. So, mamaya po pwede natin pag-usapan yon how it can be of assistance. Kasi hindi naman po pwedeng stagnant eh. Para kang yung sasakyan mo na sa garahe lang the whole time. Bumili ka pa ng sasakyan. Diba? Hindi naman pwedeng i-highway mo naman kaagad yan. So, we're very happy and we're very motivated up to today and the coming months na wala pa pong solusyon yung pandemic. Sana po nandyan pa rin kayo para tumulong din sa amin, magbigay ng mga suggestions and i-publicize yung mga programa ng GAB. Salamat.
Thank you, Chairman. No? Before nating pag-usapan yung darating na Professional Sports Summit, again, I would like to congratulate GAB, no, on behalf of TAPS dito sa naging pagbibigay ng professional license kay Asia's first Grandmaster Eugene Torre. I understand na ito yung kauna-unahang professional chess license na naibigay sa isang chess player, and very fitting na si Grandmaster Torre ang unang nabigyan nito ng professional chess license through GAB.
Yes.
Again, going back to the Professional Sports Summit, Chairman, compare sa nakaraang summit last year sa PICC, itong gagawin nating summit sa December 5 will be virtual edition. So, ano po ang mga plano nyo gawin dito sa summit? At sino po yung mga naimbitahan natin na maging panauhin o maging kalahok na para magbahagi ng kanilang knowledge sa professional sports?
Well, ano kasi ito, sabi ko nga sa inyo, we need to adapt to the times. Hindi na tayo muna pwedeng magkita-kita, hindi tayo pwedeng mag-assemble ng marami. And virtual sports summit, di ba? So kahit saan ka, kahit anong oras, kahit busy ka, kung may time ka, makinig ka. And virtual. Of course, we invited those that were present nung nakaraan, si Senator Bongo, Senator Angara, Senator silang dalawa, no? And we're hoping that they can also attend. Para mas-support natin si Senator Angara. So ano ang bago? Diba? Tama si Sir Eddie. Ano ang bago? Ang bago ay in-invite po natin muli si Senator Pacquiao, katulad ng pag-imbita natin sa kanila na nakaraan, si Senator Lito Lapid, chairman ng Games and Amusements Committee, and si Senator Joel Villanueva, na kilala nating lahat na isang sportsman, napakagaling na basketballista, no? And also a sports supporter. And then, meron pong portion doon na mag-share yung I'm sure si Ma'am Cara mag-share din yan, pero maraming yung mga liga ba na naitayo na, umaandar na, anong ginawa nila, anong mga naging problema nila nung pag-umpisa ng bubble, kamusta yung bubble, anong pwedeng i-improve. We're hoping that this will be a framework for other leagues to follow, no, and learn from. I'm very, very, very happy. You know, alam mo, ang Pinoy mahilig magkwento eh. Kasi, nung tinanong pa lang natin, mag-share kayo, oo ba? Pwede mag-share ninyo. So, alam mo, meron kasing ganun eh. Parang,
Hello, Chairman. Nawala po yung audio natin.
ay, sorry. Yeah. Oh, I'm very happy na willing sila mag-share. And meron pong section dito na talagang marami tayong matututunan kung ano mga naging problema nila, sharing nila, at saka pati na rin yung pagkatapos. So baka masyadong marami yung mga sagot ko, kaya anak ko po ito. Go. Thank you.
Okay, Sir Ed?
Okay na.
Sir Ed? Nawala yata, Sir Ed. Yun nga.
Okay, thank you for the answers na Chairman. I'm sure yung mga kasama ko maraming gusto na pang itanong sa iyo, no? Ernest, meron lang akong one question kay Ma'am Cara before yung mga kasama natin magtanong uli kay Chairman, no? Ma'am Cara, sabi nga kanina na ikaw ang bubble queen ngayon dito sa panahon ng pandemic. Okay, can you share us some of your experiences during the bubble, especially nasa football ka nakaraan, saka sa nakaraan na Chooks to go 3-on-3, no? So ano po ang experience nyo at ano pong magandang lesson na pwedeng ma-adapt ng ibang mga sports groups para maging successful din yung bubble nila?
Well, Attorney Ed, ako, salamat naman. Bubble queen nga daw. Well, kasi karamihan naman sa nangyari, lalo pandemic, di ba? Ang naging struggle kasi is for the close contact. So, syempre, close contact yan, kailangan pangalagaan. Ang athletes kasi, karamihan naman dyan, healthy ang pangangatawan. So, ang ating naging concern dyan is pag-uwi nila sa mga pamilya nila, safe ba sila if may makontract sila. Kaya, nagkaroon tayo ng athletic bubble para at least hindi lang yung atleta yung mapoprotektahan natin kung hindi yung mga kapamilya din nila. Sa pagdating naman sa safety protocols or yung health and safety protocols natin, Sir Ed, syempre it pays to be on the safe side talaga. So karamihan ng mga naging liga natin na naging successful ang bubble, talagang todo-todo yung kanilang naging preparation. Worst case scenario, naka-ready sila. Sa Chooks to Go, they were umpisa pa lang talagang wala pa yung bubble, kompleto na din yung health and safety protocols nila. Nandyan yung si Octa Fellow na si Dr. Rodrigo Butch Angeloong. Talagang todo yung support niya dun sa group, and also he's an occupational medicine expert kaya hindi na siya nahirapan dun sa protocols. Same as with the PFL naman has a group of doctors that have been helping out with their health and safety protocols. Talagang, kasi pagdating naman dyan sa health and safety o athletic bubbles, medyo madugo siya at first. Kasi lahat ng, kagaya sinabi ko, worst case scenarios, iisipin mo, dapat ready ka, paano yung testing, paano yung exit, paano yung habang naglalaro sila, 'di ba? Tapos iti-take into account mo din yung behavior, yung psychosocial behavior, because lalo na sa matatagalang bubbles, let's say with the PBA, may psychosocial factor kasi yan. Hindi mo lang pwedeng ikulong yung isang tao, 'di ba? Ng pagkatagal-tagal. Yun yung mga OFWs eh. Pag parang 2 weeks na naka-quarantine sila, sometimes it takes a toll on their emotional and mental health as well. So a lot of different factors din. And I'm very thankful din kay Boss, kay Chairman Mitra. Si Chairman has been pushing talaga for the resumption of sports kasi he has always been communicating to us sa GAB na kabuhayan kasi yan. So our commitment is to not only help the athletes put food on the table, but also to bring them home safely to their families, na every athlete is going to be COVID-free na uuwi. So yun po yung naging, kumbaga, dun umikot yung goal namin dun sa bubbles at sa pag-help po dun sa mga major leagues natin na mag-create at mag-craft ng guidelines.
Ma'am Cara, you saw the bubble sa football and sa 3-on-3 basketball. What about sa fight sports? Would you recommend na mag-adapt din ng the same health and safety protocols, lalo na sa mga fight sports natin, sa boxing or sa mga MMA na masyadong may close contact yung mga atleta natin?
Actually, Sir Ed, ang boxing po at combat sports ang una pong nagkaroon ng guidelines. Bago po ang mga contact sports na basketball at football. Sila po ang unang nagkaroon ng guidelines, ang Boxing and Combat Sports Division ng Games and Amusements Board. And currently po, yun na po ang practice, ang bubble. Nung nga pong nakaraang October, nagkaroon na po ng napaka-successful na promotion, ang Omega Sports Promotion po, headed by si Sir Pio at si Sir Jerome Calatrava. So, naging maganda naman po at nagkaroon na din po ng event sa Jensan kay Sir JC Manangkil. So, sa fight sports industry and sa boxing, yun na din po ang current practice. Actually, mas intensive pa yung protocols nila considering nga kagaya na sinabi nyo, it's very close contact.
Okay, thank you again, Ma'am Cara. Ernest, I'm sure yung mga kasama natin gusto natin magtanong Pinoy Chairman at kay Ma'am Cara. So let's give them the floor.
Yes, Sir Ed, ang unang magtatanong po sa atin ngayon ay si Sir Fred Nasiyad. Sir Fred.
Hi, good morning everyone. Chairman, good morning. Chairman, yung yung unang professional sports summit, kahit maigsi yung time ng preparation, it was highly successful, no? Tapos ang pinakamaganda nangyari doon sa paningin ko, yung nagkaroon ng roundtable discussion yung bawat sport. Meron pa mga ganung mangyayari sa second summit na to?
Well, we very valuable sa amin yun. So thank you for your nice comments about the last, hindi yung first professional sports summit. Pagkatapos nun, we had a year to work on it, and very, very valuable sa amin. Siguro towards the end, we will try to give an updates on, pwede sigurong outline na lang, no? Ano yung napag-usapan ng nakaraan, ano yung mga nagawa ng GAP, at ano pa ang mga pwedeng gawin ng GAP for another year para on the third professional sports summit, mag-update naman tayo. Thank you, Sir Reda. Maraming salamat.
Sir, dito sa second summit, sir, anong mga pro sports yung nag-confirm na sasali?
Halos lahat eh. Everybody's excited kasi it's a chance for them to showcase what they have achieved and what they are doing during the pandemic. And of course, the new ones are very excited kasi naninibago pa yung iba, magmamasid-masid, ganito pala dito, okay pala dito, masaya pala dito. I think that in the next administration, the position of chairman of the Games and Amusements Board will be much sculpted, and it's already bigger now, and we're hoping na yung mga susunod sa atin ay magpapatuloy yung mga programang naumpisahan natin.
Okay. Chairman, personally, Chairman, with the yung move ni Eugene Torre na magkaroon siya ng license, ano pang sport sa tingin mo na yung next na magiging pro? Sa'yo, sa tingin niyo lang.
Trap question. Hindi ko ba... Sa bagay, I shouldn't be hiding this, no? There are others that are wanting to speak with us, and tayo naman, open naman tayo, tsaka wala namang, this is a government regulatory agency. We're not competing with anybody. Hindi rin naman tayo BIR na out to get funds from these leagues, no? We're already talking to the table tennis group. They're just gathering sponsors, diba? And then siguro bukas yung judo gusto na din. Hindi ko alam, no, kung nandiyan na rin sa question ni Pao yan. Pero kasi siguro because of the pandemic gustong mag-pro kasi dun sa joint admin order ang pwede lang maglaro yung mga pro. So, baka yun na rin, ano? Baka yun na rin. And eventually, pag nakita nila na, uy, okay pala dito. Mas marami kami sponsor, mas marami kami exposure. Eh, baka magstay sila. And then, yung, I'm not too sure of the name, no? But na-mention ko na kanina, ano yung Beach Volleyball Republic, eh, gusto na rin mag-pro. Meron pang isa eh, Spikers Turf yata. So, ano, may mga komentaryo na meron akong kilala na na-quote, pero hindi ko talaga narinig, nabasa ko lang. Eh, ayaw na namin mag-pro, marami ng pro. You know, it's not that. It's not that. If you are receiving money out of what you are doing, playing, then that is already professional. And not because marami ng tao, marami ng leagues ang nag-pro, ayaw mo na, eh hindi naman ganun yun. You know, I think it's a flimsy excuse and it's unacceptable. And dapat, you know, you should embrace what the PSC and the GAB has already presented, which is a na, you know, defining what professional sports and non-professional sports is. And we think our Ramirez. In fact, he was the first one who was telling me about the definition of a pro and a non-pro. If you get paid, you know, quoting from him, no, if you get paid and don't play for the flag, then you are a professional. Para matulungan din ang GAB na lumaki, lumakas, mag-professionalize, and payagan na rin maglaro. And,
Chairman, balik po kayo mga 2 sentences na nagano na nawala po. Mukhang importante po 'yon.
We thank Chairman Butch Ramirez for teaching us, showing us the way. We gusto lang namin, nandito lang kami para makatulong doon sa mga gustong mag-resume. Maaari pong mag-pro kayo and makatulong po kami sa IATF. And kung magbago man yung isip nyo later on, okay lang, walang problema. At sinubukan natin.
Okay, thank you, Chairman. I'll give way to my friends na lang, yung mga iba pang gusto magtanong.
Sorry, just to add lang.
Si Kara. Sige. Sige, Kara.
Si Ma'am Kara.
Sorry.
Sige,
Just to add lang po. Kasi as we know,
okay yan.
the PVL is also going pro. We also have esports. A lot of women right now are foraying into the professional sports world. And it's also nice that I'm proud to be part of this GAB administration as a female athlete. Kasi you see the importance na parang women now don't need to choose in between their careers na parang okay, I cannot make a living out of volleyball, 'di ba? I have to do corporate. But right now, given that the PVL has said yes and they want to become a professional league, women nowadays, especially those who are playing volleyball, can actually make a career out of playing volleyball. There's also chess. Meron din silang, sabi nga ni Attorney Paul last time na sa chess daw, meron silang women's leg. And a good thing about the Virtual Sports Summit as well is that we have Attorney Mickey Ingles. He will be one of the speakers and he will be discussing the Safe Spaces and Bawal Bastos Act. So prior to these women who will be coming in as professional athletes, they will be equipped, they will be knowledgeable about their rights. And nandyan din si Ma'am Rose who will be discussing yung women in professional sports leadership. So maganda yung mga topics natin for the Professional Sports Summit. So
Thank you, Kara. Ernest, yun na. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much Ms. Kara for those insights. Next pong magtatanong sa atin si Pau Salud from Pauka Sports.
Chairman, this is for you. Good morning po sa inyo lahat. Can you hear me, Chairman? Okay. It certainly is, Chairman, extraordinary times. It's so hard to hold a boxing or any sports event, especially professional. Why do you think there are so many right now at this stage of the pandemic applying for a professional license? There's a lot more expenses, especially a lot more security and safety protocols. What are the motivations of these leagues? Why are they approaching you? And what is right now the benefit of why are they turning pro? Wala si Sir General.
Sir Pao,
Yeah.
sa akin, ako sa tingin ko sila, everybody wants to resume playing. And na-mention na ni Ma'am Cara kanina na ano yan eh, 'di ba? Play for pay. 'Di ba? Hanap buhay yan. And perhaps some of them have players or fighters under them that may have expiring contracts, and they want their players to be active, and they want their players to maximize their potential, no? And recruiting these players is it's not easy, diba? Kasi most of them are from the provinces, they have families, no? They move to Manila or pwedeng maglaro, and then hindi pwede maglaro. So that's probably the motivation, maybe expiring contracts, exposure, activity, and you that there are probably sets that one should take, and it entails a lot of expenses. And ang tingin ko, gusto lang talaga nila makapaglaro and makakontribute din dun sa careers ng mga nila. And then for the benefit, you were asking about the benefit. Yung benefit niyan is for them to resume playing, first and foremost. The second one is, it's nice to have somebody with you walking the tightrope, no? Pagka ginugulo ka ng LGU, di ba? Pagka meron kang sa government agencies, meron kang assistant, di ba? Somebody walking the tightrope with you. And kami naman, in our own way, nakakatulong, assist. Baka may kailangan sa DFA, baka may kailangan sa Bureau of Immigration, baka yung LGU pwedeng kausapin. And of course, yung feeling na professional ka, masarap, diba? At saka it's a fulfillment of one's dream. And also when we were all growing up, everybody was thinking of, kailan kaya ako makakapag-pro, diba? And the third is, I think, advertising values. Masarap magpresenta ng liga sa mga sponsors kung professionally run. At saka pang-apat, yung integrity. It adds integrity to the sport. Kung pwedeng maiwasan yung game fixing, gagawin. And kung nandiyan ang gap, baka less yan. Hindi ko marinig si Sir Po.
Hello, Pao. Paon ng mic ulit.
Sir, very good yung sagot at saka yung intention, motivation, everything. Just to follow-up question dito. Napakasaya dahil marami nag-a-apply ngayon ng pro, iba't ibang sports. I don't know if this is expected, pero ang nakakatakot dito, sir, meron bang commitment itong mga liga na ito? Dahil baka kasi motivation lang nila mag-pro dahil nga hindi sila makalaro, sinabi mo sir, paano pag nawala na yung pandemic? Baka biglang malaga sila o well. Is there any sort of commitment from this league to stay pro for good and not just stay pro because of the pandemic, because they want to play?
That's actually not a non-issue for us. Kasi for us, kung paano na tayo makatulong, gawin na natin. Diba? If they decide to fold up and not continue as a professional league, then so be it. The problem is they have already admitted that turning pro is an admission that they are already giving salaries and allowances to their players. So it might be hard for them to step one step back, no? And if you want to play, you can go direct to the IATF. The IATF will listen to you. They may refer us. But you know, this is a free country. The president wants everybody to have equal rights and access to government. No? And if they want to ask permission from the IATF, so be it. Diretso kayo doon. Walang problema sa amin yun. Basta nandito kami, gusto lang namin makatulong. Sir, hindi ka namin marinig. Paki-on yung mic mo.
Nag-mute na ako lagi. Thank you very much, sir. Last question, Gab, dito. Napakaganda na lumalaki yung Gab. Sabi mo nga, sir, yung sunod siguro na mag-chairman, makakuhanin na ito dahil nakalaki na. Dahil lumalaki na siya, how is Gab handling now the sudden surge of workload, yung manpower, yung marami na kayong inaasikaso ng sports, at mas dadami pa. How is this, how is, ano itsura nito moving forward?
Hello, Chairman. Teka, nawala yata si Chairman. Nawala nga. Okay, anyway, while we are waiting for Chairman Bahamitra to come back, no? Sir Ed, meron po kayo mga gustong idagdag? Abang nag-aantay po tayo kay Chairman.
While we're waiting for
Ayan,
Chairman.
si Chairman.
I'm back. Oh, sabi ni Ma'am Cara, mahangin daw. Sorry.
Oo, ma'am.
Ito, baka better tong ganito. Sir Pau, ano lang, dagdag ko lang. Basta kami, ayun ko kung nakuha nyo kanina, no? If other sports want to go direct to the IATF, we don't claim any exclusivity. Kung payagan kayo ng IATF, okay. As long as sana talagang safe lang talaga yung mga athletes natin. So dun sa mga gustong magpatulong, dun sa sinasabing sumasama lang sa GAB kasi gustong matulungan para mag-resume, okay rin, tulong lang kami. If you want to go direct, no problem.
Saka pa,
Better ba? Better
Okay
audio?
Better
Sorry.
audio.
Better audio, sir.
Pa, one of the benefits of going pro is that just imagine if you're going to get a health and safety consultant talaga who will do your protocols, you can ask around how much it costs. It costs a lot. But with the leagues that we have been helping out through, of course, the efforts of our hardworking chairman na talagang day and night nag-push for the resumption of sports, they were able to get it as a part of the service of GAB. So, yun naman din yung, kumbaga, I guess that helped out in terms of the resumption of the major leagues. We have the PFL, the Chooks to Go, and of course, the PBA, na somehow during the initial stages, we guided them on how to go along and also craft their protocols kasi self-regulation eh. Naku, napakasipag niyang boss ko, sobra.
Hala.
Anyway, Sir Pau, nandiyan ka pa ba? Any more questions, Sir Pau?
That's it. Thank you very much, Chairman. Thank you very much, sir.
Sir Pau, yung audio mo may konti ding problema. Sa tingin ko yung mic mo baka hindi naka-on din eh. Parang naririnig kita from another mic source.
Okay, sorry. Yep.
Thank you, boss. Nice to see you.
Pang video okay yung settings, sir. Anyway, we have another question here. Sir Ron De Los Reyes from PTV Sports. Sir Ron?
Hi, Ron.
Sir Ron, can you on your microphone?
Unmute. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Hi, Ron.
Right.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Chairman, and good morning, Cara. At sa ating mga kasama sa TOPS, happy second anniversary. Chairman, a few months ago, when you also guested, I think, on TOPS, meron nung pinaplano na bubble tournament for golfers, professional golfers. No? And there was supposed to be a tournament in at least 5 or 6 golf courses. It was a very good concept, and I don't know what happened. I did not hear anything about it after that. Ano po ang nangyari?
Okay. The tournament went well. No unnecessary incidents. Activities were executed as planned,
Okay.
especially the safety and health protocols. We will publish a summary and a report on the golf bubble. So it was successful, sir. Actually, medyo medyo may challenge nung una kasi nagkaroon ng bagyo during the licensing. Tapos na-postpone ng 2 days. Alam mo, yung mga taga-GAB, sila Oliver, sila Ma'am Connie, yung mga taga-Pro Sports Division, very, sila gustong-gusto din eh. And siyempre, isipin niyo yung mga golfers, diba?
Yes.
Tagal na niyan na gustong maglaro. And we're happy that it went well and we'll update you, sir. So natuloy po yon. Sa ngayon po, merong non-professional tournament that is being planned. Nagpaalam sa IATF, ang problema, 400 golfers want to play. So,
wow.
Even if it is not
Maybe
part
the
of the mandate, kahit po hindi kasama sa mandate ng GAB yung professional sports, pinadala po sa amin for comments. And ngayon po pinag-uusapan, ang mangyayari, baka humaba yung tournament kasi okay lang yung 400. Pero wag sabay-sabay kayo magti-tee off. Wag sabay-sabay kayo sa isang hole. Yung awarding ceremonies nyo, baka naman yung mga hindi nanalo, pwede na sigurong umuwi. So, in the end, yung social gatherings hindi pa talaga encouraged. So, yung 400, I'm not too sure if IATF will allow this. No, IATF forwarded it to us for our comments, and we will just send them what happened to the last successful golf bubble. Tinanong din niya ni Pau kanina pero hindi lang niya na follow up, no. We commend the organizers. Ang hirap mag-organize, ang gastos. Isipin niyo, pagka bubble, ibig sabihin isang hotel lang sila, pati yung pagkain nila, and they will be away from their families, and hindi pwedeng 1-2 days lang yan. So you have to isolate, and then before you go home, you have to isolate, you have to test, di ba? So salamat doon sa mga organizers. And katulad po ninyo, ako po ay gigil na rin maglaro at mag-resume yung resumption. We understand you, and we're hoping that the next golf tournaments will already commence. Medyo maganda ng panahon, malamig. Pag summer, hirap mag-golf, sobrang init.
O that golf bubble, ilang players ang lumahok, Chairman?
I'm not too sure, sir, but I guess it's about 100, maybe less. Kasi ang pagkakaalam ko po, ang sinasabi ni Sir Rodley, kung po pwede, yung mga bubble, wag naman lumampas sa 100, 120. Kasi, when we asked him why, kasi ang laki ng venue, maluwag, di ba? Mahangin, mainit. Ang sabi niya, it's not that. It's the capability of the local governments to respond to a big problem. Paano pagdating doon, maraming nag-positive, di ba? Nagka-problema. Like for example, alam ni Kara yan, no? Yung Philippine Football League, no? When they got tested 3 days before. And then I understand they were not briefed that they have to isolate themselves before entering the bubble. So namasyal muna, nag-mall muna, nag-grocery muna, kuha ng baon para sa bubble. Tapos pagpasok nila, may mga nag-positive. So nandun po yung local government, si Mayor Asillas. Ako, salamat sa Santa Rosa. Yung siyam na nag-positive, kinuha ng munisipyo, in-isolate. Andun yung response. Paano yan, sir? Kung yung 400 na sasali dun sa non-professional tournament, mag-positive lahat yan dun sa Baguio, di kagulo na, di ba? So, ang idea is less than 100 dapat. So, pwede siguro 100 ngayon, 100 the following day, 100 the third, fourth day. Pero not all in one bubble, hiwa-hiwalay na bubble siguro. Pwedeng hati-hatiin lang po.
Okay, isa na lang, Chairman, no? With regards to boxing, I heard there's a world boxing event which will take place next week. I think December 4 or December 5. Hindi ko lang alam kung matutuloy ito. It's being promoted by Mr. Bebot Elorde?
Ano po baka po next year na, early
Next
next
year
year.
na.
Kasi po, as we know, si Ate Kukoy, no, parati namin nakakausap. In fact, she was part of the group that wrote a letter through us to the IATF for the resumption of boxing. But the IATF has said na wala munang activities in GCQ areas. So I was suggesting to sila Ate Kukoy, baka pwede kayong pumunta sa Laguna or pumunta sa Rizal or sa Bulacan or pinakamalapit sa inyo, Cavite. MGCQ doon, and like other sports, no, boxing, no audience. So bakit kailangan sa isang ballroom? Bakit kailangan sa Elorde Ballroom? Diba? So, well, ang problema kasi, like yung sinabi ni Sir Pao, talagang kung pupunta sila sa Laguna, Cavite, then they will have to pay for accommodations. While
Wala.
Na tumigil ang feed ni Chairman, no? Anyway, Kara, gusto mo bang saluhin si Chairman o habang nag-aantay tayo makabalik siya?
Well, kagaya nga ng sinabi ni Chairman, just to add to that, na talaga kasing magastos ang bubble. Just imagine, if it's 14 days mo silang pakakainin, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Not only that, you do the test. Aside from that, there's a doctor there or a healthcare provider. Tapos bukod dun, syempre, meron tayong, malaki yung cost talaga ng billeting May exit test pa yan, may exit protocol. So it's very costly. Oh, I think Chairman is back now. Boss?
yes, so sir, hindi po hindi po matutuloy, baka early next year. But as we all know, boxing has resumed in Cebu October 7, and then they have another one this December, and then si JC Manangkil, tapos na rin po yung boxing sa Jensan, he's planning a next one. And then yung Kibors po, yung Kibors sa Rizal sila. Right after the Sports Summit, December 5, December 6, boxing will finally resume in Luzon. So, kung meron ng Mindanao sa Jensan, meron ng resumption sa Cebu. So pwede na natin sabihin Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, boxing has resumed after December 6 promotion of Kibors.
Maraming salamat, Chairman. Mabuhay po kayo.
Chairman, thank you. Thank you, mabuhay. Salamat po.
Okay, thank you very much, Sir Ron. Next questions are coming from Ivan Saldana from PNA and Dugout Philippines.
Ayun.
Hi, Ivan.
Hi, yun. So, good morning. So, yun. So, napag-usapan na kanina yung bubble ng PF kasi what happened after nung bagyo, napuspon yung huling laro. Ito, fairness. Ayun. So, yun.
May kumakanta sa background mo kasi.
Medyo mataas sa yung boses at lahat. Yun. So, anong nangyari, napuspon yung Mendiola Talion Laguna game. And we found out from Eco na nag-decision sila na huwag nang ituloy and bigyan na sila ng goalless draw. So, ang tanong dyan if you were given that opportunity, would you rather continue the game? Kasi yun nga, parang yun yung huling laro ng bubble sa PFL.
Ivan, kasi bumabagyo at that time. So our priority, bumabagyo. So the priority was the safety of the athletes. And of course, kasi non-bearing na according to Comcoco, meron na daw silang third place. I do understand in terms of ranking, syempre that's very important for teams and athletes. But we have to consider then their safety, and we could not risk then to put them in a spot or in a position wherein their safety might be compromised. So that's why I believe that I cannot speak for the PFL, but based on what was communicated to me, it was moved, I think, to a later date for further review. So I just don't know if they have updates now when it comes to that.
They're already talking about it. They already want nabitin Ivan, nabitin yung mga football players. Some of them came from abroad para maglaro, no? Or they're from abroad para maglaro. Tagal na sila dito. Gusto nila mag-resume pa ulit. So they're talking about it, and maraming learnings doon sa nangyari nakaraan. Sana magkaroon pa ng isa pa bago magpasko. Pero nothing definite or very early next year. I think that nakita naman natin, alam yan din ni Cara, the first few games, napansin nyo, medyo mabagal, medyo kalawang, di ba? Pero as the league progressed, kita nyo, lalong mas magaganda, lalong challenging yung mga games, saka lalong naging match fit yung mga players. So, I guess isa yon sa mga isi-share ng Philippine Football Federation sa Sports Summit. It's very hard to come up with a league right away kasi you have to have yung conditioning niyan, di ba? If they're not in good condition, mapipila yan, may injury yan, lalong magkakaproblema. So kasama na po yan sa challenges, no, preparation and all. Thank you, Ivan.
So follow up lang yun sa kay Cara at kay Sir Baham. Yun nga, if in case nag-decision ng PFL na ituloy lang instead, would they be sent to a bubble uli or siguro pwede na mag-host yung Stadion Laguna kasi sila may home court yung Binyan.
Hindi ko masyadong makuha but as of now, alam mo nung una, kasi kanya-kanyang concept eh. Pero parang nagkaroon ng policy yung IATF na bubble. So, mukhang bubble pa rin. Kasi ang plano sana ng PFL is yung constant testing. Baka kasi mas mura yun eh. In the end, we have to understand na yung safety pa rin ng athletes, yung welfare. Ang mandate ng GAB is to look after the welfare of the athletes. So, we recommended and adopted the suggestion of IATF to have a sports bubble. Hindi namin ni-recommend yung constant testing. Diba? Uwi sila, tapos test. Pagpasok, tapos test, tapos laro, test, laro. Mahirap naman yung gano'n. So mabuti na yan, diba? Parati nilang sinasabi, better safe than sorry.
Thank you, Sir Bagno. May iba naman tayo sa basket. May iba naman tayo sa basket. So you mentioned earlier about the game fixing eme. Kasi nga, di ba recently parang nagka-problema si Ray ng Batak about this. So did you talk to him about yung nangyari kay Kyla sa social media? What will be your actions?
Oh, terrible yon. That is unacceptable and it should stop, no? Nagugulat lang kami kasi when Gab was trying its best to get to him, all of a sudden, he did not want to talk to us anymore. Ang sabi nila at ng girlfriend niya, hindi na daw sila interested. Okay na daw, na-address na daw yung issue. So we just want everybody to know, including the athletes, that in case you get into trouble or somebody threatens you or somebody gets mad at you for doing your best, then Gab will be here to try to assist you. The problem is when we were trying to reach out to him, parang okay na daw, hindi na daw ipursue. So okay lang. Remember in the guidelines that in the what do you call this, yung code of conduct for professional players, which everyone undergoes before giving a license. You are reminded to give it your all. You have to respect your teammates, your game officials, as well as your opponents, no? And denounce and do not get involved in any game-fixing activities. Pag nalaman yon at nahuli yon, pwedeng tanggalan ng lisensya. So we will remind again all our stakeholders about yung code of conduct nila. And we will continue to reach out to the PBA player who was threatened for shooting the ball. Diba? Can you imagine? Sinut na nga niya at tinakot pa siya. That's a no-no. Para sa amin, hindi dapat mangyari yon. And in fact, he should be rewarded. Diba? Dapat i-commend siya na kahit na a few seconds lang, he did his best to shoot the ball. What's wrong with that? Diba? Dapat nga ma-reward siya eh.
Baham, one last. Kasi nga, ang the latest is that, yung Manila Chooks, yung dating Zamboanga, sina Joshua Munzon, Alvin Pasa, Oltoy, Wright, si Santi, nag-declare na for the PBA draft. You said before sa press ko ng Chooks, I think it was August, na hiwalay ang license ng 3x3 sa 5x5. So does that mean they need to reapply for 5x5? Especially si Joshua, meron na dati dahil sa ABL eh.
Ano tayo eh, we will be conducting a dialogue with both of them, no? Ayaw natin ng away, ayaw natin ng gulo, ayaw natin ng, of course, the spirit of competition should be there, no? Ang pagkakaalam ko lang, kung papasok sila sa PBA, they will have to go through the draft. But hindi na sila pwedeng maging Rookie of the Year. Well, it was explained to me by the PSC, no, si Sir Mark, no. Ang sabi, it's just like swimming, di ba? Swimming competition, di ba lahat tayo magagaling tayo mag-freestyle eh. Pero merong backstroke, merong butterfly, may breaststroke. Isa lang naman ang NSA noon eh. So, in terms of the Philippine Sports Commission, isa din lang ang NSA at yan ay samahang basketballista ng Pilipinas. So, we will talk to them. We don't want to meddle with their own affairs because as we know, they are separate and they're not under us. Ano lang kami, gusto lang namin maging conduit ng cooperation between the leagues, no? Ayaw namin na may away. Subukan namin ayusin.
Salamat po.
Thank you. Ang ganda ng upuan mo, parang gaming upuan yan.
Actually, virtual background.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay, thank you very much, Ivan. Ang susunod po natin magtatanong ay si Sir Dennis Eroa. Sir Dennis, kayo na po.
I love
Chairman.
your hat, Manong. What a great hat.
Chairman, I came late kasi binisita ko pa yung hacienda ko eh.
Okay lang, sir.
No.
Talagang may hacienda.
I have to give you an advance congratulations sa second Pro Summit. I was part of the first Pro Summit, no?
That's right. Thank you.
But I'm sure it's going to be very beneficial to professional sports. Anyway, Chairman, but I have to veer away from the topic muna. Tatanungin ko lang, I'm just curious, ano ba yung masasabi nyo sa pagkaka-appoint kay Alden Ayo bilang coach ng Chooks to Go national team? Knowing that the ATF nagka-problema si Alden Ayo and now Chooks to Go management decided to appoint him as national coach. What's your thinking about it?
Hindi po kasi namin sila licensee. At saka baka naman alanganin kung magbigay ako ng statement about it. But as always, goodwill, di ba? We wish him well. We hope he does well. And we will see each other because Chooks to Go 3x3 is now part of the professional sports family. And doon sa mga protocols na sa susunod na bubble, si Ma'am Cara will sit with them, and of course nandyan sa supervision siyempre ni Dr. Viernes. Then we will have to deal with Coach Ayo, and he will have to undergo also the same seminar of code of conduct of our professional athletes and stakeholders.
So si Coach Ayo will have to get a license from the GAB. Ganun po ba yun?
Well, sa ngayon, hindi. Kasi yung nilalaroan nila, hindi naman po professional league. At saka coach siya nung team na lumalaban sa international competition. Malamang sa SBP yan. Wala namang problema. We will have our day to meet each other. And in fact, during the course of the invitation dun sa alleged Sorsogon bubble, hindi naman namin siya nakausap. So his colleagues in UST ang humarap sa JAW group with Jed. So makakausap din namin eventually.
Thank you. Ernest, okay na ako para makapagtanong yung iba. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming
Sir
salamat.
Den, thank you. Kamusta na lang doon sa mga alaga niyo doon sa hacienda ninyo, boss?
Okay, maraming salamat Sir Dennis at yun nga nakakainggit no. Sana all lang ang sitwasyon ni Sir Dennis eh. But anyway,
Pare, labandero ako dito, taga-plancha muna.
Okay, thank you sir sa pagbutiin din natin kung ano man ang natin mga trabaho ngayon. Mahirap na trabaho. But anyway, ang susunod pong magtatanong sa atin ngayon ay si Sir Arman Armero. Sir Arman, kayo na po. Mag-unmute po tayo, Sir Arman.
Naputol ako Hindi ko masyado marinig. Si Ma'am Cara, baka ano?
Ayan yan. Rinig na?
Rinig na po.
Okay. Kay Chairman Baham. Kasi narinig ko kanina, actually nabasa ko rin to na binigyan nyo ng license si GM Eugene Torre na binigyan ng government ng license as si chess player, professional chess player na mayroong license from GAB. Ang tanong ko lang dyan, Chairman, bakit after 69 years, kasi 69 na si Torre, bakit parang ngayon lang? Hindi mo sinasabing masama, no? Pero bakit parang inantay niyo pang mag-69 years old yung tao bago yung bigyan ng license? At saka bakit hindi natin sinabay-sabay yung ibang GMs na bigyan na rin sila ng government license dun sa kanilang pagiging chess player? Hindi ko lang malaman kung ano yung justification kung bakit yung ginawa ito. So, you have an answer to that.
Pasensya na po at bago lang po tayo sa GAB kung years ago nasa GAB tayo, di kinausap na natin yung mga professional stakeholders sa chess mag-turn pro. But I think that looking at it from a different perspective, I think it's positive naman. Finally, he's recognized, he's a pro, and everybody naman is happy about it.
So, meron po bang kasunod ni GM Torre? Do you have plans to also license the other players?
Napuputol po, hindi ko nakuha Ano yung tanong po?
Hindi, ang tanong ko po kung meron po kayong balak na na bigyan din ng license yung ibang players.
Siyempre sir, siyempre lahat naman po na magme-member nung lahat na maglalaro doon sa chess, professional chess, siyempre mabibigyan ng lisensya. Sir, tayo kasi we're happy na meron pong grupo na chess na gustong mag-professional, and we also are giving courtesy to Sir Eugene, idol ng lahat. So lahat po yan mabibigyan ng lisensya due time.
Okay, thank you po, thank you. Kay Miss Cara, pwede ba siyang thank you po. Si Miss Cara pwedeng matanong.
Yes, sir. Opo.
Kasi tatanong ko lang, Miss, hindi naman Cruz ang apelido mo, no?
Ay, hindi naman po, Sir Arman.
Hindi. Joke lang. Kasi as a safety officer ng GAB, may karanasan ka na ba na bilang may nag-positive bigla sa mga athletes? Tapos you have to do something para isolate sila o Meron bang ganon?
Well, madami naman po kasi like yung sa PFL nga, upon entry may mga nag-positive. Actually, sa paggawa pa lang po, Sir Arman, ng protocols, yan na ang assumption. Kaya ka nga po kasi nag-test kasi may magpa-positive, di ba? So, dapat dun pa lang sa creation of yung submission mo ng protocols, naka-plot na yan. Ano yung gagawin, paano yung isolation protocols, meron ba tayong isolation area, nandyan na yan lahat, coordinated with the LGU, anong protocols ng LGU. So we think about the worst case. Kasi it's very unlikely naman that if you're testing, you're expecting that everyone is going to turn negative. Kasi that can also be questionable na parang from the onset. Teka, if you're inside the bubble, then of course, because going inside the bubble naman, we have very strict protocols, di ba? Parang RT-PCR, and then you do quarantine, and then RT-PCR again upon entry. And that's the purpose of it. If you can also try to recall what happened with the NBA and the UFC, di ba? May mga nag-positive din naman talaga sa kanila eh. And that means that the tests are working, the entry protocols are working, and it just reinforces the integrity of the bubble because you're keeping the positive people out. Diba? Or if you do get someone that's positive, you're able to isolate them right away to be able to protect those people that are inside the bubble. So, yun naman po siya. Hindi, kasi we cannot test with the assumption na parang lahat negative eh. Diba? Medyo mahirap po yun. Baka hindi na gumagana yung mga test kits natin.
Okay.
Saka,
Thank you.
opo, Sir Arman, yung pinaka-ano po niyan is aside from the test, you also have to do the clinical presentation. Kaya po meron tayong, yung pinaka-importante more than the test is the daily health monitoring and symptom checking, which all of the athletes and the bubble participants po, mapa PT yan, mapa coach, team manager, we are, even us sa GAB, we are all required to do that every day. So, hindi lang po yung test alone. So, meron din siya mga ibang factors.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
May
Thank you.
follow-up
Thank you.
si Sir Dennis. Sir Dennis, kayo na lang magsabi. Sir Dennis? Yeah.
Hindi, pinasasabi ko lang sa'yo that Gab is really lucky to have Kara, no? Because he's talking with sense. Kasi these times are challenging times for us. Ang tanong ko nga lang, Kara, meron ka bang love life?
Ay, naku, Dennis, patay tayo dyan. Dati po lang nangyayari, lalo na ako po ay isang healthcare worker. Napakahirap po. Baka po kasi pag nakipag-date ako, sir, 14 days quarantine kagad. Masyado naman sweet yun.
Yeah, no, kidding aside.
Baka gusto mong ipasyal si Kara sa iyong hacienda, Manong.
Wala, sir. Kidding aside, the role of a safety officer is very crucial, especially these trying times. Kaya nga I'm very glad na proactive si chairman. Alam niya na kailangan may, kasi before chairman wala yatang safety officer no. Last year wala.
Well, of course, we have very competent people in the medical division, si Dr. Viernes, Dr. Rivera. Ngayon po parang nagkaroon po ng training ng mga safety officers kaya marami pong na-train na maging safety officer din.
Yeah, that's really welcome news kasi medyo sabi mo nga do sa summit leadership in crisis, although I feel na wala namang crisis ng leadership sa GAB kung GAB lang pag-uusapan.
Salamat sir. Okay. Hindi kasi para catchy.
Yes.
Diba? Thank you, sir.
Thanks. Salamat, Kara.
Thank you, Sir Dennis.
Dennis,
no,
Dennis, isingit lang ako, Dennis.
Ikaw pa.
Baka gusto mong itanong kay Ma'am Kara kung ano yung sinabi niya kay Calvin na Buweba. Bakit biglang gumaling after nung nag-seminar sa GAP?
Basta biglang bumait. Oh, di ba? Pero we cannot claim na dahil sa GAP yan. Dahil din sa PBA yan, saka sa mga doctors, saka sarili din niya. O si Ma'am Kara, you have the floor, ma'am.
Well, si Calvin naman po kasi, Sir Ed, is he seems to have really have a deeper understanding naman of what it means to be a professional player because we all know based on his training, he was trained naman po kasi in a non-scientific way. And to be able to reach a higher level po kasi, it had to be also explained to him and communicated to him that he had to adjust his playing style. Kasi of course, di ba, para sa high level, we're still thinking na parang okay, yung laro natin dun sa amateur, parehas pa rin. So it took him a certain amount of time to be able to adjust to that. And during the time that we were doing the code of conduct, meron na din naman kasi siyang, of the 15 to 19 months that he was not able to play, meron na din siyang certain sense of awareness. He was able to recollect on his past actions. And right now, I think one of the things that is also helpful in his reformation is the team behind him. Like, as you all know, ano nga po yan eh, medyo we asked his team, si Mr. Paulo Bugia and also si Coach Topics Robinson, we asked them prior to also recommending yung kanyang reinstatement na parang, are you sure that you can actually handle si Calvin when it comes, medyo kasi di ba pag mainit na, pag ano na, you have to also be mindful dun sa support that you will have to provide him. Because I also believe like, this is also part of the Virtual Sports Summit ha, just to add in, na parang a big part of being a professional athlete is the mental health support. Kasi high level yan eh, high level of stress. And I think that's what happened to Calvin at that time, that he was experiencing a lot of things at one time, and then he did not have that type of support, or he did not have anyone to talk to about those things. Parang wala kang malabasan ng problema. So, it affects your game, di ba? And yan din yung feedback ko of a lot of people na nagbubble. Actually, may pros and cons eh. But one of the pros that they have been saying, yung mga team managers, athletes, is that they get to focus. Kasi yung problema sa bahay, naiwan sa bahay eh. 'Di ba? So pag nasa bubble sila, it's just all play. They just have to focus at the task at hand. They just have to train. They just have to play. So it's not surprising that a lot of athletes or talents are coming out. There are new names eh, di ba? Para magugulat ka, teka, uy, ang galing pala nito. Uy, may time to shine pala to. I think it's also because of the bubble setup na parang they just put their focus into that. And nako naman, Sir Ed, just imagine yung 4 months or 7 months ng compensation, they get to earn that in 4 or 7 weeks. Laking bagay.
Okay, thank you Ma'am Cara. No? Akala ko meron kang bagong play na binigay kay Calvin na hindi na ituro ni Coach, kaya ang ganda na laro niya ngayon sa bubble. Anyway, Ernest, I'm sure marami pang nakapila na questions kina Chairman.
Meron pa po, sir, at ang next na magtatanong po sa atin ay si Sir Vince Wico. Sir Vince, you're next.
My question is for Chairman Mitra. Good morning, Chair.
Hi, Sir Vince. How are you? Kamusta?
Okay naman. Chair, yung question ko yung sa two questions pala, sorry. Yung sa Second Pro Summit, ano yung magiging agenda niya and goals and objectives? And yung second question ko is, was it ever considered or studied na hindi lang professional sports ang i-regulate ng GAB, pati semi-professional?
Sir Vince, I've been studying it na we want to, basta kami we want to help, di ba? We want to assist. And ang problema kasi in my talks with Attorney Benitez sa GAB Legal, medyo limited yung scope eh. That's why there's a bill pending in the House and also in the Senate now, trying to expand the powers of the Games and Amusements Board. As Manong Philip was explaining to me, there are some conditions that are kind of hard for some leagues to turn pro. Kasi yung iba nagtatrabaho din, di ba? Yung iba they will lose their eligibility. We understand all of this eh. Sa ngayon medyo hanggang dito lang tayo muna sa mandate natin. Maybe in the next professional sports summit. Ang problema kasi we might be accused of expanding, di ba? Na gusto namin ito, but no, we're not like that. We're here to help. And if you like what PSL did, no? Congratulations, dumiretso sa IATF at na-aprubahan. Yun lang, hindi natuloy because of the weather conditions and others. Ang like sinabi ko kanina na we don't have an exclusivity arrangement here na lahat ng gusto maglaro kailangan dumaan sa amin. Hindi namin ganoon. Maraming dagdag lang sa trabaho nila Karen at sa kanila Doc V. But gusto namin, we will invite you kung pwede, di ba? Okay naman yon. And we're open to that except that, looking through the mandate and yung legal framework ng GAB, baka alanganin. Kasi we respect you, we respect your organization, the different organizations. Ano lang naman, nagkaroon lang ng konting parang ang sinasabi na grabe naman yung GAB, gusto underin ang lahat, gustong sakupin lahat. Oh, excuse me, hindi kung ano lang yun nandyan, okay lang naman kami. Doon sa mga areas na gustong kailangan ng konting assistance, okay kami. We are not we're not a revenue generating agency. So, yung fees, yung regulatory fees, no, hindi naman kami nag-i-impose ng ganyan. Except that, we don't want to be like any other government agency na, just waiting for subsidies from the national government. We have to somehow generate some revenues. Even up to kwento nga sa akin ni Attorney Benitez, na kahit na yung pangsweldo lang ba doon sa mga tao na nag-duty, di ba? Parang ganon. So, like, maraming LGUs, talagang IRA-dependent na lang. Kaya they are being encouraged to generate revenues through their economic enterprise. Anyway, so like in all press conferences and dialogues, thank you, Sir Vince. We will take that into consideration and we will try our best to try to accommodate. Medyo mahirap na ng konti kasi meron ng joint resolution with PSC. And we've already come out with our statements inviting, reaching out, asking cooperation from the different leagues.
Salamat, Chairman.
Oh, thank you. Warm regards to the family. Salamat.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Vince. Ang sunod pong magtatanong sa atin ay si Sir Danny Simon. Sir Danny, kayo na po. Unmute po tayo, sir. Sir Danny?
Ma'am Lorraine, pa-invite si Sir Vince sa convention. Convention.
Good morning,
good morning,
ba?
sir. Sir Danny!
Dinig ba? Okay na?
How are you?
Yes. Hello, Chairman. Alam mo, nung panahon ng simula pa lang ng pandemya, huminto lahat. Pero yung istorya namin sa gabi, tuloy-tuloy .
O nga po,
kaya,
maraming salamat,
kaya
sir.
walang pandemya sa gabi.
Salamat.
Salamat. Tatanong ko lang, yung tungkol sa horse racing naman. Tungkol sa horse racing, anong latest para sa kaalaman nating bayang karerista?
Sorry po, naputol. May tanong po kayo? Hindi, naputol.
Tungkol po sa horse racing. Hello?
Opo. Yes, sir. Medyo naiintriga na nga kami na parang ang lawak. Opo, parang naiintriga na nga kami, parang ang lawak-lawak na raw po ng sakop namin. Mula basketball, boxing, di ba? Pati volleyball, chess, pati horse racing at saka international derbies. Pasensya na po kayo. Yan ang inabutan namin dyan . At saka kahit na 140 million lang yung budget namin, mas malaki pa yung budget ng mga maliliit na 5th class provinces. Ginagawa lang namin. Anyway, dun sa mga bayang karirista, siguro po na hindi ko lang na-mention kanina, pero kasama po yung request natin to resume horse racing nung nag-present tayo sa IATF. And sa ngayon po, alam natin, tuloy-tuloy ang karera sa Santa Ana, sa Naik Cavite, sa Metro Manila Turf Club, sa Malvar, at sa Carmona po, ang Manila Jockey Club. And sa ngayon po, 3 race clubs nagpapalit-palit. So every Saturday lang po ang karera, pero recently sinabi weekends . So sinulit na po, meron na rin karera ng Sabado, Linggo. And nagkakaproblema lang ng konti doon sa Santa Ana kasi meron silang bagong betting system. Nasanay po kasi ang bayang karirista na meron mga off-track betting stations. Nung nakaraan, inabot ko pa po na wala pa masyadong OTB. 90% ng benta in-track sa loob ng karirahan. Pero since nilipat na sa Naik, sa Malvar at saka sa Carmona, ang karirahan dyan sa may Santa Ana, Makati at saka sa San Lazaro sa Manila, 90-95% na po ng benta ay nasa off-track betting stations. So, Sir Danny, ang balita ko lang is tinulak at nagpapasalamat tayo sa IATF na pinayagan na po nila yung betting sa off-track betting stations. Ang problema lang po ngayon, yung isang karerahan, yung Santa Ana, meron silang mobile OTB, no? Off-track betting. So medyo nahihirapan po ng konti mag-adapt at saka walang OTB pag panahon ng karera. In-explain naman namin sa kanila, kawawa naman yung mga OTB. Dati 4 times a month, tapos naging 8 times a month ang operation. Pag nawala pa yung karera sa kanila, di ilan na lang yon, imbis na 8 times a month, magiging 6 times a month na lang kung wala yung Santa Ana. So mahirap, magastos. So far sa ngayon, parang 78 off-track betting stations na nag-ooperate. Naging 90, no? Nung minsan, pero yung iba talagang nag-decide na magsasara na. It used to be about 260, 250 off-track betting stations. But as you know, after 7 months of no races, no operation, so talagang magsasara na rin talaga sila. So salamat dun sa mga OTB operators na patuloy na nagsiservisyo sa mga mananayang karerista.
Maliwanag galing kay Chairman. Tungkol naman sa enforcement mo sa cockfighting sa Sabong.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yung sa Sabong medyo mahaba-haba, but I will try to summarize it, no? Nung June 10 po, kasama din
yung
po yan.
Yung enforcement mo, marami pa rin
sir,
marami pa rin pasaway na mga topaday maliliit.
Pasalamat po tayo sa IATF at na-resume na rin po ang cockfighting. 50 billion industry, 1,200 cockpits, and ang dami po talagang Sabong Nation nga ang tawag nila. And sa ngayon po, medyo na-lessen na po, Sir Danny, yung mga nagaganap na mga tupada. Wala nang masyadong balita na umaabot sa amin. Kaya nagpapasalamat kami sa IATF na pinayagan nyo na po mag-resume sa mga licensed cockpits. So medyo na po, marami ng accomplishments, and sa ngayon po halos wala na nga po tupada. Ba't magtutupada pa? Legal naman na. Thank you, Sir Danny.
Okay, Chairman Ed. Last question na lang. Yung sa opening mo kanina, Chairman, hello?
Opo. Go ahead, Sir Danny.
Sa opening mo kanina, sabi mo baka sa next anniversary hindi na ikaw. Medyo sa random ko are you going to seek elective position? Kasi next year na yung filing
Ako po, tapos na po ako dyan. I was Congressman of Palawan 2001 to 2010. So naka 9 years na po ako sa Congress, 3 times re-elected, and I also served as governor of the province. And na po ako, I feel that I have already served our constituents in the province of Palawan. I'm happy with what I'm doing. I want to concentrate and do other things. So salamat po sa inyong tanong, but wala na po akong political ambitions. Okay na po yon kahit papaano na tuloy natin yung iniwan ni tatay.
Hirit pa na isa. Chairman, pagka nandiyan na yung vaccine, ilalabi mo ba yung mga pro-athletes na mauna sa maka-avail ng vaccine, yung mga pro-athletes natin?
Maka-avail ng ano po, sir?
Pag nasabi ni Presidente, yung vaccine is around the corner na So,
oo nga pala.
Yung pro-athletes ba natin ulit?
Sunod lang po tayo sa ating mahal na Pangulo. Ang sabi po ng mahal na Pangulo, unahin daw po yung mga mahihirap. So susunod, makikilabi din po tayo dyan, pero sunod po tayo sa ating Pangulo. We are a good soldier. Sunod lang po tayo. Thank you. We will lobby that. Thank you. Thank you for your suggestion. Salamat.
Okay.
Thank you, Sir Danny. Sunod na magtatanong po sa atin si Gerard Arce ng Bulgar.
Sir Ernest, bago natin tawagin si Gerard, alam niyo yung mga press conference na ganito, ang dami naming mga ideas na nakukuha galing sa inyo. pansinin niyo yung mga programa ng GAB, maraming maraming dahil nga nagkakakwentuhan tayo, mas alam niyo ito, mas matagal na kayo dito, kami sandali lang kami dito. But salamat po salamat talaga. Maraming salamat. Yung sinabi ni Fred kanina, yung sinabi ni Sir Danny, thank you po, thank you. At saka pati na rin siyempre yung kay Vince.
Okay, resume po tayo, Sir Chairman, no? Si Gerald Arce na po ng Bulgar ang magsasalita.
Oy, si Ma'am Cara nandyan, ha?
Gerard, wala kang audio? Yan.
Gerard! Kawawa
Merna.
naman yung bola mo, hindi na nagagamit.
Okay lang po.
Bagong-bago,
okay na,
boss.
Hindi, luma na po yan. Yan. Good morning po, Chairman.
Yung akin nga, lumambot na eh. Yes, sir.
Bomba lang, sir, bomba. Dapat gamitin nyo rin, sir, paminsan-minsan. Ayun, sir, good morning po, sir. Good morning po kay Ma'am Cara at sa lahat po ng kasama namin po rito. Chairman, tatanong ko lang po sana, i-follow up question lang yung katanong ni Ivan kanina regarding dun sa mga maglalaro ng Chooks, galing sa Chooks to Go sa 3-on-3. Pag nagpa-draft ba sila sa PBA, panibagong license na naman ba yun o panibagong bayad dun sa sa pagbayad sa GAB?
Actually, sir, hindi naman masyadong mahal yan. Kayang-kaya na nila yan. I think it's a new license. It's going to be a new license. Pero maliit na bagay lang yun sa kanila. Players in the PBA have, di ba, meron sa kanilang 1, 2, 3, up to 500,000 ang earnings nila. Magkano lang naman yung PBA license. Kaya-kaya na nila yan. Maybe a new license, sir. We will have to play with Attorney Benitez.
Okay, sir. Next question po. Nakausap ko po kasi si Sir Ting Ledesma yung sa table tennis po. Sabi ko
That's the one. Yan, grupo na yan.
Yes, sir.
Kailangan lang ng konting tulong. Baka makatulong ang mga kasama natin sa TAPS. Si Sir Randy, nakikinig din. O Sir Randy, baka gusto niyo tulungan. Kailangan ng sponsors nila, Sir Ding. Kasi nga, nasabi na, ping-pong po yan, wants to turn pro. Pero medyo kailangan ng konting suporta.
Sabi, ano po yung requirements na kulang na lang nila, sir?
Wala pa nga po silang letter of intent eh. So, alam mo kasi ang mga ganyan, pwede naman pag-usapan di ba? Ayusin muna natin, di ba? Pag-usapan natin kung kaya ninyo, anong may tutulong namin. Kasi yung GAB kasi, yan, mabuti nandyan si Sir Vince, no? Meron din kaming limitations as to the, remember, we're not a promotional agency, di ba? We are a regulatory agency. How can we be helping them, di ba? Parang, you cannot, just to assist them, you will really help them. So, pinakita na namin sa kanila yung mga rates, tapos kung ano yung mga benefits, anong nangyari sa ibang mga liga, sa ibang mga sports. So, nag-uusap lang po. Siguro naman, pagka planchado na, saka na sila susulat ng letter of intent. Kasi kung susulat sila ng letter of intent, tapos hindi naman sila maka-come up with the league, as scheduled. Kasi yung GAB, pinag-aaralan din po yung mga nagpapatakbo ng liga. Diba? Ano bang rules ninyo dyan? Ano bang short-term, long-term goals ninyo? Sino ba ang mga corporate sponsors ninyo? Maibibigay nyo ba yung mga premyo? Maalagaan nyo ba yung mga atleta? May mga kontrata ba kayo dyan? Pagka napabayaan nyo yung mga atleta, pwede kayong habulin kasi may kopya kami ng contract. All these things, talagang looking after the welfare of our players. So I hope, siguro appeal na lang ako dito sa mga pamilyang TAPS. Baka gusto nyo rin tulungan sila, Sir Ding, no? Para eventually, meron na naman bagong sport.
Ayun, sir. So, ibig sabihin, sir, kapag curious lang ako, sir, gusto ko lang po malaman. Kapag wala pa silang mga teams or corporate teams na sasali, pwede pa rin ba sila magpatakbo? Kasi sabi niyo kulang nga ng
Sir, yung the applications are vetted, studied, and the sustainability of the leagues are kahit papaano talaga pinag-aaralan. And it would be of big help if there are already sponsors coming in. Otherwise, talagang sabi nga ni Pao kanina, itong panahon na to medyo magastos talaga magpaliga. Kasi nga maraming health and safety protocols. They can wait, no? They can wait, but how long can they wait, diba? This might be the golden chance. Napakarami rin, kung marami nag-chess, ang dami rin na nagpiping-pong. Lalo na ngayon, kailangan sa bahay lang, yung mga nanay-tatay, mga anak, parang yung ping-pong eh. So, sana po, Sir Ding, kung nakikinig kayo, tulong-tulong lang po.
Sir, kanina kasi medyo magulo yung ano yung sinabi niyo kanina. Parang may sinabi kayo kanina, sir, na may magpo-pro pa na sport. Ano, judo ba? Parang ganun sinabi niyo kanina. Parang
well, they just want initially they want to meet with us. Kahapon kasi sila Ma'am Pearl they were in yung tiebreaker times na edition. Parang meron silang sinabi na parang they're thinking of resuming and a way to resume is to turn pro, 'di ba? That's not the only way. You can go direct to the IATF, but we're willing to sit down and talk to them. And yung isang sport, sir, na gusto ko sana sabihin kanina, sinabi niya na rin. So yung grupo nga po nila, Mr. Ledesma, sana po mag-pro na rin.
Yan. Sir, 2 questions ba, sir? Last po. Yung nag-usap na po ba kayo, lumapit na po ba, or nakapag-usap na po ba uli yung MPBL sa inyo? Meron na bang latest development sa issue regarding pro or semi-pro?
Magno-no comment na ako po dyan. Sila na lang po muna siguro ang magandang matanong. Opo. Parang parang meron yatang statement yung UAAP about the special guest license na something about yung players nila may not be allowed to play anymore. So meron statement yung UAAP about it. So sa MPBL mag-no comment na lang po muna ako. Total wala naman silang tournament, wala rin naman silang letter sa amin, and sa pagkakaalam ko meron yata sila nakapending sa IATF na application. Sabi ni Senator Pacquiao, it is up to the IATF to approve or not. He will not lobby for it kasi nga siyempre ang primordial concern ni Senator Manny is also the safety of the players.
Ayun, sir. Last question, sir. Parang kasi nangyayari ngayon, sir, parang ngayong taon na to, ang nangyayari sa GAB, parang nagiging karamihan nagpo-pro. Parang pandemic, parang equals pro, professional sports. Sir, ano nyo?
Ma'am Cara, napuputol, hindi ko nakuha.
Karamihan daw po nagpo-pro, boss, kasi because of the pandemic.
Sorry, sir, hindi ko nakuha. Naku.
Hello?
Sir Gerard, I think you need to repeat your question.
Okay na, narinig na ni sir.
Medyo nawawala yata siya.
Nawala yung feed ng...
Habang wala si chairman, sige Gerard, one of the benefits kasi of going pro then, if you ask around, like as I've mentioned before, to get consultation from a health and safety practitioner, it costs a lot. So, pwede kang gumastos dyan ng up until 100,000 plus, 'di ba? And we understand that with the leagues, considering na they have to pay for a lot of incidentals din, 'di ba? Yung billeting, yung they don't have that capacity right now. Although they have their own health and safety officers which have been which have undergone yung BOSH o tinatawag nating basic occupational safety and health. Ni-require kasi yan ng DOLE from them that the league safety officer has to be BOSH, parang has undergone yung BOSH na 40-hour training. But still, di ba, parang in terms of sports, we're still trying to develop the protocols as we go along. And wala naman kasi talagang nakakaalam ng sports kung hindi ang GAB. Di ba? Parang you
hindi naman. Tumutulong lang ang GAB.
Professional sports protocols po, boss. Na parang, it's hard na parang to delegate it to DOLE because as you know, yung BOSH ng DOLE is about workplace, manufacturing.
That's right.
Oo, yeah. So that's why when, if they do go pro, what happens is that they get that guidance from the Games and Amusements Board, which has been handling the professional sports protocols since time immemorial of its inception kasi yan talaga ang mandate. So yun yung malaking tulong Kasi 'di ba parang if you ask other people o kaya parang yung matagal na nag-emergency response, that's a different industry eh. That's a different, although the health and safety protocols are still the same, but in terms of the know-how, yan, syempre sila Doc Viernes, sila Doc Rivera, ang tagal na din dyan, 'di ba? Tapos sila Cha, yan, a lot of people. And me coming from, I was also a stakeholder before and coming in as part of the health and safety team. So yun yung one of the benefits that they're also getting. I think that's why a lot of them are also going pro.
Parang ano lang yan, sir, eh. Yung, siyempre, general yung DOLE, di ba? Kailangan niya ng isang partner government agency to to be answerable to somebody kasi mas specific, no? So considering na ang mga taga-gov matagal na diyan, kami bago lang. So I guess mas nakakatulong din talaga kung merong government agency na nag-a-assist na matagal na yung exposure doon.
Last sir, follow up ko lang sir. Ini-expect nyo na ba kapag sakaling wag naman sana dumating yung worst na humaba pa yung pandemya? Ay, nawala si sir.
Hindi, okay lang sir, go.
Pag tumagal yung pandemya sa Pilipinas, inaasahan nyo bang parang dadami pa lalo yung magpo-pro? Kahit na amateur sport, biglang magpo-pro? Ina-expect nyo ba yun sakaling tumagal pa yung pandemya?
Actually, naninibago na nga po yung ibang mga taga-gov na ang dami-dami ng sports, ang dami ng ginagawa. In fact, that is also already being used against us in some of the debates. No? Well, ang masasabi ko lang is there will probably be more bubbles that will be coming up. That's going to be the new normal. It's going to be more expensive. It's going to be harder. And for us not to experience the second wave, and we don't want it coming from sports. Kasi pag may nangyari sa isang sport, damay na lahat. Diba? At baka pati yung ibang bansa, nagkagulo doon sa Pilipinas, kayo hindi na rin pwede dyan. Parang gano'n. So, like all of us, we're hoping and praying that the vaccines will come in. May mga bali-balita na nga na meron na nga daw iba dito eh. Sana nga po ay matapos na itong problema na to. And we are in no way forcing anybody to turn pro. Ano lang kami, we're reaching out. We want to work with you. It would be an honor to be working with you. In fact, yung mga panaginip natin dati na makikilala natin sila Eugene Torre, diba? Sila Amang Parika. Parang tayo, nasa starstruck tayo pag nakakasama natin sila. And sarap na makatrabaho.
Gerard,
yes ma'am.
Kasi parang I've noticed that with some of the things that have been coming out, medyo na-villainize yung going pro. And I think there are also pros and cons. Of course, it comes with the yung study din nung league, kung kaya nila to go pro. But it also provides a lot of benefits, not only to the athletes, but to the leagues themselves. Kasi just imagine if you're a league or an athlete, pag may problema ka dun sa atleta mo, o atleta na may problema sa league or promoter, you have to course through legal means, which is very costly. Unlike if you're a professional league, you have GAB to assist you with those concerns. Napakalaking pera para mag-civil case ka pa or mag-criminal case. But if you're a professional league, you have that option to have GAB assist you and mediate with regards to those concerns. So hindi lang naman siya all parang, pro, ganyan, masama. No, it's not.
Yeah, tama si Ma'am Cara kasi maraming mga, like for example, yung professional boxers, after they sign a contract, they move to the other manager. Gab, sila Attorney Benitez, yung grupo ng legal division, very hardworking, trying to help, no? So, lipat ka ng bagong manager, pero yung kontrata mo still stays. Diba? Para to also teach them a lesson na wag sila sign ng sign. And, we've already come forward. Sinabihan na natin yung ibang liga na pagka nahirapan kayo magdisiplina sa ibang mga player nyo, sabihin nyo sa amin. Diba? Parang gano'n. Kasi minsan, may mga corporate sponsors na, wag mong papalaruin mo na yan, parang gano'n. So kami naman, gusto lang namin tumulong. But in no way we want to meddle. We always believe in self-regulation. Nung una nga, parang ano ba yan? Di ba? Tayo regulatory, bakit may self-regulation? Pero ngayon, I've learned to live with that and respect each other's organizations and mandate. So isa nga pala yun sa mga benefits para kay Pao.
Klaro na, klaro. Thank you po Sir Sir Baham,
Thank you, Sir
thank you
Gerald.
po. Ma'am Cara.
Salamat. Pag nag-resume
thank you.
new normal, gamitin na natin yung bola mo.
Pwede na rin, sir. Pader-pader na lang muna. Okay. Thank you, Thank you, Ernest. Salamat.
Okay. Maraming salamat, Gerard. No? At pwede ba daw si Consi, Rico, kayo naman ang magtatanong, then si Sir Ed.
Ano na kami, nahihiya na kami, baka masyado na kaming matagal, ha? Siguro
Okay lang,
last
sir.
four
Good morning,
questions.
Chairman, tsaka Ma'am Cara.
Konsi!
Morning, Sir Rico. Afternoon na, inabot na tayo afternoon.
Afternoon na pala. Ang tanong ko lang to kay Chairman tsaka kay Ma'am Cara. Sir, yung sa pinupus ni Senator Manny Pacquiao na Senate Bill number 193 and 805 tungkol doon sa Philippine Boxing and Combat Sports Commission, ano ang magiging advantage and disadvantage ito, kung meron man, sa GAB?
I think that question should be addressed to the Senator, the Honorable Senator, our idol. GAB has come forward with a position paper. Sinunod lang namin yung position ng nakaraang board na merong kaming reservations doon sa proposal. But then again, they are the legislators, they are the policy makers. Kami naman, sundalo lang kami. Kung anong sinabi ng legislature, pag pinirma ni Presidente yan, sunod lang kami. But, GAB will, eventually, ang esports lumalaki, di ba? Yung volleyball, nandiyan na rin, di ba? Yung chess, nandiyan na rin. Baka sakali, meron na ring ping pong. So, okay lang, sunod lang kami. But, they respect our position naman. We cannot go against the position of the former board. And idol natin yan. Idol natin is an icon, not just in the Philippines, but the rest of the world look up to Senator Manny Pacquiao.
And sir, in case, sir, na let's say matuloy ito.
Ako ba yung nag-freeze o si Consi?
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. In case na mapustong na to, itong Philippine Boxing and Combat Sports Commission, meron naman bang epekto ito sa GAB? Anong masasabi niyo doon, sir?
Well, ang immediate effect niyan marireduce yung maliit na naming budget, di ba? 140 million is a budget of 6 class municipality yata, mas malaki pa yung kanila. Liit-liit na anong budget ng GAB, mababawasan pa. Ano pa ba? Yung ibang mga empleyado siguro, baka i-absorb nila or I don't know. Depende yan. Meron pang technical working group that will go over that. I suggested, just like what ComMar and ComEd has always been suggesting, sir, kung ano ba ang gusto nyong gawin, for example, gusto yata nila ng livelihood, no? Wala naman sa mandate namin yun. Expand nila yung mandate, bigyan nila ng pondo. So parang gano'n expand nyo na lang yung mandate, bigyan nyo na ng pondo, gawin namin yung gusto nyong gawin. But, siyempre, you cannot question the wisdom of Senator Manny when it comes to sports and specifically combat sports and boxing. So, talagang sports icon yan Hall of Famer.
Okay. May dadagdag po ba kayo?
Thank you,
Ma'am Cara?
Well, coming po sa I think the Senator Manny naman po has the best of intentions in coming up with that. And whatever happens naman, ang panalo naman mapa-GAB tayo, ang boxers naman ang panalo. 'Di ba? Ang fighters naman ang panalo. 'Yun ang pinaka-importante at the end of the day. Lalo tayo, Sir Rico, galing tayo sa industriyang 'yan Ako magiging pinakamasaya basta maging beneficial lang talaga sa kabaro natin.
Okay. Thank you po, Sir Mitra and Sir Ma'am Cara. Ernest, thank you.
Okay.
Sir Rico.
Maraming salamat, Consi.
Thank you, Consi.
Ayan, may follow-up daw si Ivan.
Yung Sunday ko muna.
Medyo napuputol na yung signal ko. Baka
birthday pala ni Ivan.
Na tayo, napuputol na yung signal ko. Nakakahiya.
Tama na, Ivan.
April pa birthday ko. April pa birthday ko. April pa.
Thank you, Ivan. Thank you.
Thank you, Ivan.
April pa birthday ko. Please lang. Ayun. Di ba Sir Baham? Or Secreto? Yun. So, going back. So, going back sa yung kay Manny Pacquiao, yung Philippine Combat Sports Commission na yan. since you'll be the guest against December 5th Professional Sports Summit, will you have a dialogue with him regarding this Philippines Combat Sports Commission? Okay.
Nandiyan ba si boss? May nakaset na kasi yung program for the sports summit, and we don't take na parang syempre we also have participants. A dialogue maybe should be separate if it is going to happen. Of course, we wouldn't want naman na parang we have other participants from other sports there and the focus will only be boxing and something organizational. What we want is that, of course, for the virtual sports, for the professional virtual sports summit, to be athlete oriented. That's why, di ba, the programs that we have si Dr. Butchong regarding yung sa mga best practices sa bubble and also how to help athletes then be safe while they're inside the bubble. We have a speaker also na parang who will be discussing yung psychosocial and mental health of a professional athlete. We also have lawyers who will be discussing yung mga rights ng athletes. So yun, it's more of athlete-centered yung ating magiging sports summit.
One last, just to clarify lang, yung kay Joshua Munzon, since he already played sa ABS, so meron siya dating pro license sa GAB, di ba? Or bago to?
Sorry, medyo nawala ka doon.
Yun. Kasi si Joshua Munzon kasi, nag-ABL pa. So I believe he got a GAB license before. So does that mean if he declares for the PBA draft, mag-renew siya ulit or bagong brand new license as in fresh?
Well, it depends on when it's gonna happen. Kasi syempre may ang license may validity kasi yan eh. So for now, syempre hanggang December 31 naman yung malapit na yung December. So depende sa validity din kasi ng license. But as far as I know, the 3-on-3 license is different from the 5-on-5. But it depends because this is the only time that a 3-on-3 league has gone professional. So maybe later on there are going to be discussions between the 3-on-3 and the 5-on-5 side, but as of now, those are separate licenses.
Thank you.
Okay,
Welcome, Ivan. Sunday. Happy birthday.
Di pa ka birthday ngayon. April pa.
Kaya si Ivan ang huling nagtanong, umabot na tayo sa lunchtime, siya magpapakain. Kung ganun yung sitwasyon dito. No, but anyway, wrap up na po tayo. And with that, we pass the mic on to our president, Ed Andaya.
Ernest, sorry. May I just take this chance to also invite our viewers to the second Professional Sports Summit virtual edition of GAB. So for those who want to participate, stakeholders, professional athletes, or those who would want to, yung mga PVL, who would want to apply na for the pro, you're very much welcome to attend. For the link, please visit the Games and Amusements Board FB page. It will be a star-studded event. So, nandyan si GM Torre, nandyan sila. Ang daming guests eh. Tapos yung mga league, mga proponents natin sa ating mga major leagues, nandyan silang lahat. So, nandyan din ang mga team managers and athletes ng ating different sports. So, from basketball, football, and whatnot. So, sana maka-attend sila kasi madami din talaga silang matututunan pag sumali sila dun sa ating virtual sports summit.
Okay, thank you very much, Karas. And we will continue to promote that in our next shows dito sa Sports on Air as well. At maybe request everyone, no? Kasi iba na yung tumatakbo sa utak na yun. Nung narinig ko yung stakeholders, kala ko pagkain. No? But anyway, on po natin ang mga camera natin para meron po tayong anniversary, second anniversary po ng TOPS na picture. Si Chairman nawala, baka pwedeng bumalik.
Ernest, si Chairman nandito pa para baka last words from kay Chairman.
Pwede ba pwedeng humabol?
Teka na, kay Miss Cara wala pa po si Chairman nawala. Ayan, bumalik na po.
Ernest, pahabol lang.
Sige, sir.
Babating lang ako.
Okay, sir. Kaya naman po siguro.
Okay. Ano lang, happy birthday kay Peter Paul Patrick Lucas.
Yun.
Ngayon, birthday niya ngayon.
At si Ray Nilyama po.
Pati si Ray, si Ray. Kahapon ba yun kay Ray? Binati ko yun Binati ko si Ray. Happy birthday, Ray.
Happy birthday.
Saka silent moment of silence lang, 2 seconds for a friend in the broadcast industry, si Ricky, nakalimutan kong bigla. Baka ayaw pa banggit But he passed away last Friday.
Ricky Velasco.
Yeah, si Ricky Velasco. Ayun, he died of cardiac arrest last Friday last week. Thank you, yun lang. Salamat.
And ayun na po, on po natin ang mga cameras natin para sa class picture po natin for this week. Ayan. Sir Chairman, kaya niyo po pang mag-on ng camera para
Flash!
Yun, yung
Kayo kay Karen nito.
si Chairman wala pa. Nakaka-on ba siya? Yan, okay.
Flash!
Okay. May tinatawag si Boss Dennis
Densyo.
Yung kalabaw niya
yata I'm sorry, I have very, very, very bad signal. Baka
Ikay mo, Dennis.
Sorry Okay na, sir.
Okay lang, sir. Nakakawala na yung mga kalabaw ni Boss Dennis na kanyang asyende.
Kabayo yata, kabayo ng plancha.
Oh my goodness.
Agano tayo. Yan, okay. Nakuha na po ang meron na tayong picture. Meron na. Okay, thank you very much. At Sir Ed, take it away, sir.
Okay, thank you, Ernest. Maybe we can ask si Chairman Baham for his closing remarks bago yung wrap-up natin.
Nawala na.
Nawala muna.
Diego Maradona.
Diego Maradona.
Wala na rin si Diego Maradona, 60 years old.
What a year.
Ayan, si Chairman bumalik na. Okay.
Boss, I really need to go. I'm sorry, I might get cut off Ayaw ko maputol kayo Naiya ako Pasensya na. Okay, last picture na, boss.
Okay. And Sir Ed?
Ako, thank you very much talaga sa inyo lahat. Laking tulong. Salamat.
Okay, thank you, Chairman Baham, and thank you also to Ma'am Kara. So, on behalf of TAPS and our sponsors, the Philippine Sports Commission, the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation, and the Games and Amusements Board, we would like to thank all of you for joining us in this 79th edition of our TAPS Usapang Sports. And see you again next week. Thank you.
Okay, happy anniversary.
Salamat.
Happy anniversary. Thank you, Sir Ed.
Chairman, thank you.
Maraming salamat. God bless.
Thank you, Ma'am Kara.
Chairman.
Bye.
Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you po.